Watch me.
G'day PNG and welcome to another exciting show in Moresby tonight. We've got a great lineup for us tonight. We've got TIPNG coming up. We've got Michelle and Hannah to talk to us about the Transparency International's Sir Anthony Seaguru's Walk Against Corruption. And we've also got artist profile, and we've got Belinda who's going to be going to the flea market, and we'll wrap things up in the end. And I've also got a special guest who'll be with us in the last segment. But without further ado, we'll kickstart our show with Transparency International. Good night, Michelle and Hannah. How are you?
Good night, Genevieve. Good, thank you.
Glad to have you on the show. Now, we'll start off with Michelle. Can you tell us why TIPNG has your Sir Anthony Seaguru Walk Against Corruption, please?
Yes, thank you, Genevieve. Transparency International PNG hosts the Sir Anthony Seaguru Walk Against Corruption for three main reasons. Firstly, it's our major awareness and outreach event. Secondly, it's a way for us to provide a peaceful avenue for ordinary citizens to demonstrate their opposition to corruption. And thirdly, because it's our fundraising event. So many people don't know that TIPNG is actually a non-government organization, and we rely on donor funds to carry out many of the programs and activities that we run. So in the event that donor funding ceases, we have a backup stream of funds to keep our operations going.
All right, fantastic. Now, can you also tell us about the route for the walk in POM?
Okay, this year's route of the walk in Port Moresby, we will start off at the Jack Piddick Park over at 5 Mile, go on to the Sir Hubert Murray Highway, go around the roundabout where the water fountain is, and then go down Boroko Drive onto Kaubebe Street, and then onto Lahara Avenue, back onto the Hubert Murray Highway, and then it's a straight walk all the way back to Jack Piddick Park.
Okay, fantastic. That's quite a walk. Now, I understand as the walk's getting bigger, of course, you have sponsorship and organizations that have sponsored the event. Can you tell us about your sponsors?
Yes, Genevieve, as I was explaining to you before, we're an NGO and we rely a lot on donations and the generosity of companies. So we have had some companies come forward to provide some assistance, and just like to name a few of them. We have Goodman Fielder International PNG, who supported us by providing 4,000 hot dog rolls for our participants to share breakfast on that morning of the walk. We also have our major partners, the St. John's Ambulance, the National Capital District Commission, and the NCD Police, who always provide volunteers. Sito Kui, who has provided things like tomato sauce and onions for us to have with our sausages, and Coral Sea Hotels and companies like BSP that provide prizes every year to the walk. So just a big thank you to them, and for those who I have not named, we still thank them very much as well.
Sure. Now, I understand every walk that you have, you've got a theme to that. So what will this year's theme be?
Yes, Genevieve, the theme for this year's walk is Be the Change. Okay, why we've chosen that theme for this year is to encourage everyone to be the change that they want to see. You remember that Mahatma Gandhi said that. He said, be the change that you want to see in the world. So if you want to be an anti-corruption advocate, you have to start with yourself.
Oh, yes. Fantastic, that's correct. Now, how can companies or individuals register to participate in the walk?
Genevieve, companies and individuals can give us a call on 320-2188 or 320-2182 and speak to myself or Michelle, or send us an email at walkagainstcorruption@gmail.com.
Okay, fantastic. There you go. Contact details there. Do get in touch with Hannah and Michelle and participate in this very worthy walk that will help us fight against corruption in our country. Now, we'll also go on to Michelle, who'll be telling us about the registration, what the registration fees are. So, Michelle, can you tell us a bit about that, as well as if there are other centres that host walks like this in their provinces?
Registration fees are for corporates and government organizations, that's 2,000 kina. For civil society organization, that's 500 kina. For schools, 200 kina, and for individuals, it's 30 kina. When you sign up as an individual, you get a t-shirt. For the centers that are taking part throughout Papua New Guinea, there are Kimbe, Kokopo, Lihir, Medang, and Alotau and Leh. There are 164 teams that have registered. Of the 164 teams, 68 are corporate teams, 48 are school teams, and 6 are CSO teams.
All right, fantastic. Now, I understand last year we had Dame Carol Kidu who led the walk. This year, who do you have that will be leading the walk against corruption?
This year we have the acting chief ombudsman, Miss Phoebe Sengatori, to lead the walk.
All right, well, that's fantastic. Now, the date, once again, 26th of May, is that correct?
Yes, 26th.
All right. So for those of us, or those companies, organizations, even individuals out there that have not registered, please get in touch with Michelle or Hannah at Transparency International. The number, once again, is
320-2188 or 320-2182.
There you have it. Well, thank you very much, ladies, for coming in to talk to us about the walk against corruption.
Thanks,
Thank you for having us.
All right, you're doing a fantastic job. We're going to go for a quick break. When we come back on the other side, more of In Moresby Tonight.
Welcome back. You're watching In Moresby Tonight. How's it going, Jen?
Great, Daryl.
Good.
Stop that. Yeah, no, it's going great. Can't wait for the show to be over. We've got a good weekend as well.
Yeah, what? You can't wait for the show? Hold on. We got some other stuff to talk about tonight. Last week, I went over to the Airways Hotel and caught up with a few friends of mine. They play in a jazz band, so this is our artist profile for tonight. They call themselves the Roundhouse Jazz Quintet. There's 5 of them. And they all met at like university, art school, and that's where they started playing together. And now they got a gig over at Airways. I think they play every Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So man, they're pretty good.
Yeah, that's great.
They're pretty good.
That'd have to be the first jazz band I've actually heard about here in Port Moresby.
There's been heaps like your jazz band. Or brass band with paint,
Just
cans and
don't
whatnot.
listen to Daryl.
But anyways,
Anyways.
these guys are pretty cool, and I spent some time with them last week. So let's check out the Roundhouse Jazz Quintet.
Hi, I'm Leroy from the Roundhouse Jazz Quintet, and I play the saxophone.
Hi, I'm Richard. I'm used to playing keyboard or piano below Roundhouse Jazz Quintet.
Hi, I'm Josh. I'm the drummer for the Roundhouse Jazz Quintet.
Hello, me Holmes. I play bass for Roundhouse Jazz Quintet.
I'm Davidson. I play the guitars.
Actually, we all are former students from the Creative Arts School under UPNG. We studied music there. We were mentored by our late Mr. Yao Yambon. He was my saxophone tutor, and he influenced me and inspired me to play jazz music.
Playing piano below Roundhouse Jazz Quintet. We compose ensemble pieces too. When we play, maybe not start playing more yet, but when we play them go inside. Repeat all we plan.
Actually, my dad is one of the gospel singers in PNG, and I started playing drums when I was 6 years old, and I played in the church and stuff. I'm really proud to be part of this band, to be a jazz band, band member, and part of this band?
Minha mastrulo estavam tens lá jazz band. Lá in me plant something play jazz or different kinds of music.
Jazz guitar, it's quite a challenge. It's quite a challenge playing jazz. In jazz, you play in and out of the piece itself, the given chord. So sometimes there are chords that are outside of the structure of the given key, and so that makes it very challenging doing a solo in a piece.
We chose the genre jazz to perform it in Port Moresby, basically because everybody else is doing pop, rock, hip-hop, local reggae. So we're looking at that as a good market target, like our target hotels and other various one-off corporate function gigs, just to provide that background entertaining music, light, not heavy stuff. We normally do instrumental stuff because we're all music students, former music students. We'd like to show it as jazz is something intellectual, so we do put our music stands up there, we put our pieces, and we sight read and we play on the spot. But apart from that, like Richard mentioned, couple of pieces which is working on, we're gonna have to, eventually we have to do our own pieces too, not just rely on the pop jazz and jazz standard music from the real book now. We gotta do our own pieces later.
On behalf of the Roundhouse Jazz Quintet, we would like to thank Pasco Promotions, Naomi and Sylvia, for hooking us up with the Airways hotels. And thank you to Airways and Elamari.
Hi PNG, we are the Roundhouse Jazz Quintet and you are watching
Moresby Tonight.
In Moresby tonight's on the hunt for raw talent, and we're giving you the opportunity to shine. If you're like the Roundhouse Jazz Quintet, a solo musician, or just anyone looking for that one big break, then an IMT jam session is exactly what you need. Give us a buzz on 325-7322 or email imt@emtv.com.pg. IMT Jam Sessions, shining a little light on our future superstars. Now here's a video clip to keep the show rolling.
Special dedication to all our family, them. This is J Boogie. Months ago, I tell them, hey, them come at times, everything I shut down. Keep me on track when me I fall out the bounds. They look my pain, in them I put my faith. Stop all the rain, stop waiting on this train. Cause this is love.
Yeah, this that real love.
It's real love.
So non-fictional, you know what I mean?
This is love.
Let them know, Boog.
This is love. This is love.
To my mother, I love you, so close to my heart. Place no one above you, even though we far apart. Most times I struggle, I feel your prayers, for sure you care. Often reminisce about those times we shared. From the good to the bad, you always were there. I take heed to your teaching, your words are so true. A son never forgets, this verse is for you, love.
Cause this is love, don't know what I'm gonna do without you. This real love. From daytime to morning dew. This is love, family. This is from me. This is love, love. This is love, love. Cause this is love. Don't know what I'm gonna do without you. This real love. From daytime to morning dew. This is love.
my father. I love you, so close to my heart. Place no one above you, even though we far apart. Most times I struggle, I reminisce about them hard times.
Well, I try to tell you so, yes I did, but I guess you didn't know. As I said, the story goes.
And welcome back to the show. You're watching in Moresby tonight. It's time to wrap things up on the show. But before we do that, quick notice as to what's happening next week. We've got Zumba Fitness with Sylvia Pascoe, Mosi Vaya, Viduro Ilagi, Nami Kilsby and Hua Taravatu. Now, to register a team of 10 and go into the draw to win a free private Zumba session, Sir John Guy's Indoor Stadium Complex is the place to be. Saturday 18th of May, starting at 9 a.m. to 12 noon, and it's 20 Kina adults and 10 Kina students. So if you'd like more information or to purchase a ticket, contact Fabian on 716-19878, or you can email admin@pascogroup.com. So that's what's happening next week. Now, before we wrap things up, I've got a special guest on the show with me tonight, a good friend of mine by the name of Dailene. And I'm sure she looks a little familiar to somebody we all know. So, good night, Dailene, and welcome to the show.
This is just hilarious, man. Why are you getting a shot on my leg, man? This is not what it looks like. This is a bet gone wrong. Last week, I had a bet with my cousin, and I was going for the Broncos, and he was going for the South Sydney Rabbitohs. And his bet was oh, I gotta sit like a lady. His bet was if I lost, I'd wear a dress on the show. I did it. And you did it.
It looks very beautiful in the dress. That's why I've named my new friend Dailene.
You should get a shot of me. You should get a shot of me like when I'm standing up. Let's try this.
Oh, it's pretty good. Yep, stand up, Dailene. Let's take a look at you. Yep. Looking really groovy there.
You can't see
my
head.
His undershorts is showing. His undershorts is showing.
So
there we go.
Pretty masculine girl.
She works
I look like I'm
does a lot of running, swimming.
Yeah, man. I look like I'm wearing one of those, what do you call them? What's that team, NRL team? Magpies uniform. Yeah.
A magpie uniform. Yeah. But there you go. So this is my new friend Dailene. I'm just so excited to have her on the show with us tonight. Ah, she even knows that for us. She knows the cutscene for us. There we go. Thanks, Dailene, for coming into the show.
Go.
May you take a sip, please.
I'm so gonna die. Anyways, yeah.
Looking forward to a great girls' night.
Sorry about it. We gotta go.
We've got to go. We've got a girls' night with Dailene and a few other girlfriends. So
before we go, a quick shout out to Trevor and all the guys at State Chicks Garahoo at the Grandstand BOC compound. Love y'all.
There you go. Thank you, darling, for passing out your greetings.
We should wear inside shirt there.
Stop. And actually, to all the children around Port Moresby.
If I was actually a real girl, man, I would never wear a dress. Such a hassle.
Oh yeah, he'll be one of those. Anyways, we all agree Dailene looks beautiful in her black dress tonight.
One inside shirt.
Very feminine right there, talking about I should have worn this and I should have worn that. My gosh, worse than I would have done. Anyways, it's time for us to go.
How do girls wave again?
She wants to do the whole royal wave. That's the royal wave, Daryl. Dailene, apologies. A big good night to all the children around Port Moresby and Papua New Guinea, and to all our fans. Have a safe weekend. Dailene and I are going out for girls' night. Those kisses. Good night, PNG.
I kinda like the way you walk past, gotta take a glance. Body shaped like an hourglass. Pulling up to my pump, so hot. You work so hard, like the way you work. I look first, you look back. Attracted to the way that you shake that. Yo, I know you can't fake that. So bring it over here, so near I can touch that. One night just isn't enough. I wanna have you giving it up. So put your number on the back of my hand. You got a man, but I got other plans. So baby girl, you're in luck.